Hey guys, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry. And today I'm going to talk to you about the best times to use a throttle on an e-bike. Stick around. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about the best time to use a throttle on an e-bike. But before I do, hit the subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, new products, and of course, giveaways for bikes, e-bikes, and accessories. All right, so let's say you've bought an e-bike or you're in the market for an e-bike and it comes with a throttle like all the 630 e-bikes do. They are so much fun and e-bikes are fun, but I'm talking about the throttles are so fun and they're so practical in certain situations. And today I want to talk to you about what are the best times to use a throttle strategically. When should you use it? Now again, once you get up to riding, you're going to decide when you want to use a throttle or not. But in all the riding I've done, I find a few key points or reasons why to really use a throttle, and I'm going to explain it to you now. So number one that I have seen as the best time to use a throttle is really the starting point. What happens is a lot of riders, especially if you have gears, right? This is a 7-speed bike. So let's say you just got done going on a straightaway and you hit some top speeds around 18, 19, and you had your bike in gear 7, right? So let's say you come to a stop and you're like, oh man, I forgot to downshift. If you have an external derailleur on your e-bike, you can't just shift while you're standing still, right? It's gonna mess the chain up. You need to be shifting while you're moving. That's another tip if you didn't already know that. Gotta be shifting while you're moving with the external derailleur. So you stopped in gear 7, or let's just say for extreme purposes, you have a 21-speed e-bike. We don't have any at 630, but they might exist out there. And let's say, so it's gonna be really hard to get pedaling, right? And honestly, with the pedal assist isn't gonna kick in until the sensor down here feels that crank move in a complete cycle. So if you can't even get the pedals moving enough, to get that pedal assist to kick in, it's gonna be hard to start. So the beauty of this throttle, let me turn the e-bike on here, is you can push this and get yourself rolling like that. And then from there, you can pick your feet up. Show you right now, I'm just gonna get going. Pick your feet up and then start going, right? So it makes the starting process just so much easier. Especially, let's say you're starting right here and all of a sudden you have to ascend a hill. You gotta get your momentum going quick, right? So this throttle light, boom, up to speed, then you can just transition out of it and transition to pedaling. And even if you're not going to continue to use the electric, let's say like your plan is to get moving, and then once you're moving, you don't even want to use the pedal assist. Let's just say you want to get rolling and then just start riding. That's good too, right? So just use the throttle, boom, you're up, turn the motor off, and now you can just pedal like a normal bicycle. But it just really makes it so much easier and less stressful to get up and going. The other benefit of the throttle is on a long range ride, let's say, you're out, you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50, something long distance ride, and your legs get tired. Well, the beauty now, you can rely on the throttle for a few miles. Let your legs rest. I do that all the time, right? With my e-bikes, I tend to push my rides further than I ever did with regular bikes, so I can do 20, 30 miles like it's nothing. But there are points where my legs get tired because I'm maybe not using the pedal assist, or I have it in a very light mode, and I'm like, oh, I just want to rest my legs a little bit. Go ahead and coast, let your legs rest, use the throttle, save your energy, keep riding further. It's a beautiful thing. That's what it allows you to do. You don't have to do the throttle the entire way, just strategically to let your body rest and accomplish the rides that you want to accomplish. All right, 2 other things I love about the throttle. One is navigating some tight spaces. So I tend to use the throttle too if I'm making short turns. I have found that I've really figured out how to get good control with my thumb and while keeping the bike upright. So if I wanted, like I'm making a tight turn on a sidewalk or something, or you're just in a tight space, right? the throttle's a great tool. You can see I can use my thumb and keep the bike moving and make very tight, small turns. So I've just found that in some instances, I can stop pedaling and I can use the throttle a little bit more effectively. That may not be the case for some people. Other people may find that they have better control of the bike by just turning the electric pedal assist off completely and just pedaling the bike normal, totally up to you. But I have found that it works for me. The other thing is we have on a lot of our bikes is what's called a walking mode. You can set the walking mode up here. Even if you don't have the walking mode, a benefit of a throttle is you can use the throttle to help you move the bike. Let's say you have to take it up a ramp to your car, or you need to go up a hill and you don't want to ride, or you're transporting it. I've had to actually transport bikes through sand or a path or something like that. You can gently tap the throttle and now it gives you the assistance. Honestly, if you're gonna like take the bike out on the beach and you want to park it by you and you have to roll through the sand, this helps. You can just push the motor and now it's gonna start powering through it a little bit more while you're guiding it. It helps tremendously. Or if you need to bring it up your driveway, something like that, you can just tap this a little bit and it takes the strain off of it for you. Now you just have to, again, one thing that's very important with the throttle is getting familiar with how much or how little effort you need to give with your thumb. Now this is a thumb. You also have twist throttles, so you'll get familiar with it just over time. It's like a gas pedal of a car, right? And every car is different. Every car has a different level of responsiveness. Some cars' gas pedals are more responsive than others. As you get the feel for it, you'll know how much to press or twist to utilize that throttle in all these given situations. So I love throttles on e-bikes. Those are the ways that I think are great to utilize them on rides. If you have any other questions at all, please comment below or email us, the team at sixthreezero.com. You can also call us, 310-982-2877. Also, if you're in the market for an e-bike, shoot over to our website, sixthreezero.com, and take our proprietary body fit quiz. Answer a few questions about your body and your life. In under 2 minutes, we'll recommend the perfect bike or e-bike for you. We also have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And join our Facebook Peddlers group and download our app. Be a part of our community in advance of purchasing. You can connect with our existing riders, see how they like their bikes, ask them questions. Also on the app, you can see real miles being logged on these bikes today. Then once you have your bike, track your rides on the app, compete on the leaderboard, and make new friends in the Peddlers group. It is a lot of fun. So thank you for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the rides.